One of the most common injuries is something with the rotator cuff. Now the rotator cuff was a little bit difficult because there's 4 distinct muscles that make up this rotator cuff. And there's a lot of degrees of freedom that happen between those 4 different muscles. I'm gonna stay pretty basic today and give you guys what I believe to be the best scenario when dealing with a rotator cuff injury using E-stim as the driving force. The pad placement for the rotator cuff is really quite simple. Reach up on your shoulder until you feel the bony part of your shoulder and place the pod right above that. Then run your wires down your arm on either side of your arm, forming a nice broad triangle, and attach the other electrodes. Make sure that you're creating that nice big broad triangle through the shoulder joint to really make sure you're hitting all the muscles of that rotator cuff. The first thing I would do if you're about to engage in a sport, whether you're doing weightlifting or tennis or throwing the ball or something, I would activate those muscles, that rotator cuff, using some sort of priming system. In our case, the program for PowerDot being the potentiation program. Run it for 5 minutes, run it at about a 50 to 60% intensity, activate those muscles, and you'll be ready to go. When an injury has already occurred and you're dealing with that nagging thing that's in your rotator cuff that you don't exactly know where it is, E-stim is going to be one of the best ways to seek out that injured site and add the right blood flow and nutrient to that area to begin the healing process. Use the light recovery program on your PowerDot to assist in this. It's the best way to bring back range of motion and mobility to an injured rotator cuff. Use the light recovery at its full time frame at about a 50% intensity for best results. But don't worry, you can't overstim using light recovery because it doesn't affect the nervous system. So I would do it daily until you start feeling relief. Once you feel relief, you can run that program or a massage program much less frequently to really start maintaining that strength, mobility, and health in your shoulders.